Hey there YouTube, Tyler here coming out with a new video. So this is a video I've been wanting to do for quite a while now. It's actually been in the works, just a lot of interruptions. I had to move apartments and a couple other things came up. But now we're finally getting to it and hopefully you guys find it informative and enjoy. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you how to make your own K-Ration boxes for your World War II US impressions. The one we're going to be making today is actually just the one you see up top. It's this early to mid-war style box used between usually around 1942 up until about mid 1944, maybe early 44. That's when they moved on to the colored boxes, also known as the morale boxes. But there's plenty of reference material out there showing that both these were used at the same time. There's a good picture of one soldier eating out of a morale box, and the one right next to him has the standard mid-war style. There's a lot of different styles of these out there, just different markings on them, but the one we're going to be making is a little bit earlier than this one. Now to just show you how well these come out, the two on the bottom right here, the one on the left, this is actually an original breakfast unit box, and the one on the right here is the one I made out of the files I'm going to be showing you to. You can see the size is pretty much exact. The coloring is a little bit different, and so is the font, but of course, as different manufacturers made them, they have their own changes to them, so you can take some creative liberties with that. But I'm sure with some tweaking, you can also fix them yourself if you need to. So the things you're going to be needing for this is not very much at all. Just your basic cutting materials. But for the material I make the boxes out of, I use this standard chipboard. This is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of chipboard. Is 0.022 thickness. You can get a pack of 100 of these off Amazon for about 20 bucks, so it's not a bad investment at all. I just recommend you use chipboard rather than cardstock, as cardstock is very, very flimsy. Once you make the box out of chipboard, it actually stays quite sturdy. So, for example, this one right here, it does not have an inner box in it, but it is still pretty sturdy. You can pack it with anything if you want to. The one right here, actually, we have the files for making the inner box for it, and with the inner box, it is actually absolutely rock solid. Of course, there's some flimsiness, but that is standard for a box, really. So if you go to the link in the description, it should take you to a Google Docs area that will have all the files you need. There's plenty more files in there if you want to look around for medical stuff, all other food-related items, a lot of clerical stuff, so a lot of paper and just everything you just kind of odds and ends you think you'd need for your impression. But here is what one of the sheets will come out looking like. So a lot of them will have what you need to do with it. It'll say to print on the brown chipboard like you do. Some of them don't mention it, but what you need to do is you need to print actual size, don't fit to page. As fitting to page will actually shrink it a little bit and it'll come out too small. Most of the files you get will have the correct inner box with it. So the files that I pulled this one from, it actually has 3 inner boxes for breakfast, supper, and dinner. And then it has multiple styles of the early box. This is about the, I'd say about early 1943 style. This is when they started listing the contents on it. As you can read right here, it wasn't until a little bit later that they started actually marking in the way this one is, where they have the contents on it, but they have directions and they also have warnings against mosquito bites or malaria, different things like that. And that was something that the War Department wanted added to the boxes. So once you got them printed out, you can't really see lines in this one very well because the camera's not picking them up, but there are some really faint lines. Now, what you want to do is just cut them out. I have one of these craft slide cutters I just got from the hobby store, or the craft store, and you simply just cut out the lines, and you get rolling. So we're going to get that done, and we'll come right back to you. Alright guys, and we're back. Alright, so as you saw there, I forgot to mention that when you print these out, they come out on two pieces. So one sheet's going to have the front, one sheet's going to have the back. So now that you got your halves cut out, you just follow the outside lines and only one of the inner ones, so you get this flap down here, and that's about it. So what you're going to end up doing now is you can either do two things here. You can include an extra step, which I like to do because it makes it a lot easier on me, or you can just start folding these on these lines. But the extra step that I like to usually take, is I'll take a ruler and I'll take a ruler and an x-acto knife and start cutting these out, or start scoring the lines of them to get the box ready to be glued together. It just makes folding these lines a whole lot easier. You're not fighting the chipboard the entire time, like you mostly would any other time. So I'm gonna kind of skip the video again, and we're gonna just show me doing that. Alright, and there we are, we have our lines scored. So now when I go in to make these folds, it'll be just a whole lot simpler. The fold is down, and that is all it takes. There's no fighting, like sitting here and like trying to go across and trying to make sure like both sides are even. It just goes down where it's supposed to. Now, I am of course going to say just use common sense with this. If you decide to score it, don't be pressing into the chipboard and trying to like cut all the way through it. Just lightly go over it with an x-acto knife or razor blade. But of course, be careful when you're doing that. Yeah, just getting the rest of these folds done, and we'll be ready to glue this together. Alright, so we got our two halves ready to go together. Now, I just use super glue when I do this, so right here is just a tube of super glue I have from Loctite. I find super glue just works just fine. I haven't had any issues with it. It gives it a strong bond. Of course, some super glues will kind of put off some heat, but I haven't had it. You'll just feel it through the chipboard, and that's it. It doesn't really burn you or anything. But so my tip to you guys is kind of fold these in so that this bigger part, the second biggest area, I guess, is folded over top of it like so. Do that with both, because that way these lips are sticking up like that. And what you can do is just sandwich these together like so. Just line everything up. So just go edge to edge, flip it over, check your edges, make sure it's like that. And that what you can do is once everything's good, of course it's gonna stay. And then what you can do once everything's kind of lined up and you feel it's ready to be glued, is just kind of lift up one side of it, take your super glue. I'm going to show this one in the camera. Just make a bead of it, like so, and then simply lay your two pieces down. And you can line it up again, making sure it all looks good. And just simply press down. Oop. That wasn't what I wanted to happen. Simply press down, let the glue set. And what's nice is when it's folded like this is it'll allow you to just flip it over to the other side, glue that piece in super quickly. So now I can just go over this side. You make my bead, and then simply lay this down, and everything will already be lined up as long as everything is done correctly. Just hold that for a second, let the glue set. And there is our box. And simply put the other folds in, close it up. And there you have it. You have your own very own K-Ration box. Now, I'm going to kind of talk to you about some tips I have with this, just to kind of save you some hassle. So when it comes to the printer you use to print on the chipboard, go with a back feeding style printer. Don't go with a tray feeding, as a tray feeding will not pick up the chipboard. The back feeding one will just feed it straight through it. It won't have to like fold it over itself, and it won't jam up the printer, or at least I haven't had it jam up mine yet. Also, I go one at a time, so I will usually just kind of go page by page, just go one sheet of chipboard in at a time. The printer won't feed multiple, and usually I have to kind of assist the printer to feed it as it goes in initially, but once the wheels catch it, it's fine. It just guides straight in, and I don't have any further issues. Now, as you can see, my boxes that I made are a little bit darker. What I did was actually hit these with a wood stain, just like a light colored wood stain. It just kind of brings the color, makes it a little bit darker. Of course, chipboard when initially is made is a lot lighter, but over time the acid from the ink, and also people have said that the wax from the inside with the inner box bleeds into the chipboard, and that causes it to darken, and that's what gives its color. But I just stain them to kind of bring that color back a little bit. I think it looks actually pretty good, but comparatively, it's not bad at all. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys found this video informative and you enjoyed it. The next video I'm trying to do is actually making a full K-Ration meal set that you can take to any living history event or even like a tactical. And you can simply just whip this out of your haversack or your musette bag and just open it up and start eating it like you would in the field all the way back during World War II. So just be patient with that one, guys, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks. Bye.